Hi, and welcome to Mom Babes, where every mom is a babe. And if you're like, Christina, I don't feel like a babe, my 18-month-old just crawled under the dining room table and took a banana with him and ate the peel so that he could get to the banana. Not that this has happened to me personally, but if that's you, you are still a babe. I make videos for moms who are creatives. And if you're like, I'm not a creative, that's a lie, because raising a live human being is the most creative thing that there is. I would love it if you would subscribe to the show, come hang out with me every Thursday, and if you ding the bell, you can get notified each time I release a new video. It is so fun to have you here with me. Thank you for joining me. Today we're talking about something that I am very passionate about, and that is feeding your kids healthy. Gosh, this is such a battle, and as moms, we are all trying to get better food, more whole foods, more green veggies into our kids. So this is a compilation of my go-tos. I like to cook for my family. I enjoy that, but I don't like to cook 3 times a day, 7 days a week. And so I do a lot of lazy mom cooking, where I just learned to shop better, buy better ingredients, and do a little minor prep to give my kids a variety of foods and make sure that they are getting all their nutrients, all their colors, and especially hitting those greens. So here are just some fun toddler snacks that you can try for your family. One of my kids' favorites is the Yam Fries, and I will do minimum of 2 sheets, pan sheets, whenever I make them, because they love them, they devour them, and I don't want to have to make them all the time. So I always am cooking in batches, and that's how I am able to have leftovers of multiple things in the fridge, to give them multiple options, because I'm cooking more for batching, more for the week, as opposed to just for that meal. If you make things in big batches, you will have leftovers, which is also the really big key to feeding your kids healthy and doing these healthy snacks, is you don't want to be preparing all the time. It is a battle to sometimes get your kids to eat healthy because they always want ice cream, right? So something that I will do is I will have multiple things prepared on hand. I like to have at least 3 or 4 different kinds of prepared veggies in my fridge at all times, so that we can have options. And sometimes, even though it's their favorite thing, they're just in a mood, and so changing it up helps. And I found that was way less mom guilt than grabbing their special treat that they want. In his case, fruit. Basically, any kind of fruit is what he always wants. He always wants to eat fruit. So instead of grabbing the fruit, I would say, okay, you don't want carrots, let's try beets instead. Okay, you don't want beets, let's try broccoli with ranch instead. Okay, you don't want that, let's slice up some cucumber. Here's an avocado. Just having a lot of options, I think, helps, so that you can also give them a choice. Would you like to have the avocado, or would you like to have the carrots? And if they can pick as a toddler, they feel more in control, which is what they're really craving at this age. And so that's been really helpful. Obviously, if you leave the mac and cheese as an option, they're always going to pick the mac and cheese. So just don't make it an option. And that's how I make these snacks work for my kids. You are going to get a little bit of pushback, a little bit of resistance, just like you do for anything. Like if your child wants to hit their sibling and you say, no, you're not going to hit your sibling, they're going to give you pushback because they're a toddler and you have to step in as parent. It's the same thing with food. And so you'll apply those parenting tips that you use everywhere else into this arena. And it can be a little bit of a transition if this is new for you. Or you can just try to build some of these tastier things into your routine until they really learn to love it. I feel that when my kids are eating whole foods and eating healthy, it reflects in their behavior and in their contentment and in their ability to play. And so it just helps us all around. And obviously, we're trying to nourish our kids for adulthood, to give them the best start that we can in life. And so I don't want this to come across as, you need to feed your kids this way, because I don't care. Feed your kids whatever you want. This is just something that I've done that has been helpful. These types of snacks have given me a way to get more nourishment into my toddler when he's being resistant, and he pretty much likes all of them now. Something else I will do if I get into a rut, or my kid has had the same thing over and over and they seem to be getting tired of something, is something as simple as walking around the grocery store and visually just looking at what is in the produce section that I can prepare. A lot of veggies can be sauteed, and most kids, if you will saute a batch of vegetables. They like it when they're caramelized. Feeling like I want to change it up, I will literally search the internet for green vegetables and I'll remember, oh yeah, there are zucchinis. Oh yeah, there are green bell peppers. Just things that are out of your normal range that you don't normally eat, you'll remember, and then you can find a recipe that has those things. They have spinach in their eggs every single day. If they are picky and eat around them, just keep trying, keep trying. Try to get veggies in the eggs in the morning, and eggs are such a dense food too. They get a really good start every day. So if you can put little tiny pieces of spinach into the eggs, initially they might back off from it, but after it becomes familiar and they see it a bunch and they realize it doesn't taste that different, then you can at least get some kind of veggie in them every morning and maybe start adding some of these other snacks and sides to your dishes as well. Thank you guys for joining me today. Hopefully you got some ideas from this little video on snacks you can feed your toddler. If no one has told you yet today, you are doing a good job. Thank you guys. And if you have any other recipes or ideas, go ahead and comment below. I love when our community of moms can give each other information. And I will catch you next time on Mom Babes. The other thing to keep an eye out for is organic. Sometimes organic, especially in produce, is not more expensive than the regular. There might be a difference of 20 cents. And so even if you're not used to shopping organic, it's worth at least taking a gander over at the organic produce just to see what the price difference is, because you might be surprised that there is not much of a difference. Everyone has to eat. You have to eat. Eventually everyone has to eat. And what you eat actually matters. It actually directly affects your health. There are other things like life situations and mental health and all that will indirectly affect your health, but eating what you eat, what you drink directly affects your health. And so my husband and I always think about it this way. We do invest in food, we invest in good ingredients for our kids, but you can pay more money for food up front now, or you can pay money for medical bills on the back end. So you just kind of choose when you're spending your money and on what. And the beautiful thing about eating whole foods and eating healthy is that it gives back to your life. It gives you energy, that clean feeling of coming back to feeling like yourself again. I don't think there's any regret in investing in your health and your future and your kids' future and doing the best that you can for your body, even though it is an investment.